I first heard about Birch Community Services about 10 years ago, and there was a friend of mine from church that was using this services, and I wasn't sure what it was. There was a group of ladies that said they were going to Birch, and I knew they were getting food.
It sounded pretty amazing, but from what I understood, a lot of times it's kind of just leftovers and kind of gleaning, I think was originally the name, gleaners. So kind of was like, oh, it's probably not for us.
We joined 6 years ago, Birch, because Tim had lost his job. So the friend that I mentioned, I contacted her and said I'd like to be a part of that program. I knew it would help us because we needed food. And she took me there and showed me around and showed me how it worked. Well, I knew the families that were using Birch needed it to help them out. So I didn't look at it as a food bank, and I'm not super familiar with food banks because I haven't done one myself. I just looked at it as this is something that's helping them out in their family. If money was tight, it was bringing in extra food, extra clothes. I would hear some random stories of things that they would get, and I'm like, what?
So my role at Birch over the last 6 years has been a little bit of donation pickups, working in the warehouse, and doing my volunteer time. And since we've been there over 4 years, at 4 years I think you have to do more hours of service. And so I do 4 hours every month, and lately it's been in the warehouse.
Visit my grandkids over in Bend.
Gotcha.
Well, I was thinking about this last night. Some of my favorite things from Birch have definitely been the clothes. Like when I look around at our kids and us, I'm like, man, I think there's like 80-90% of the things that we wear are from Birch, which is such a blessing because clothing is super expensive. And our family has a lot of dietary needs, and Birch has provided so many times over and over again. Like some of our favorites are Cascadia Bakery. I love getting stuff from them. And the other thing is like the dairy-free yogurts my daughter loves. So it's always a surprise.
For me, it's been the Danner boots, the coffee. I drink so much coffee, and so having like different varieties of coffee. And yeah, it's always different each week, month. So it's kind of fun to have variety, and we get that every week.
I have a Barbie doll, and I like her, and I named her Canik.
And one of my favorite things was my tennis clothes, rollerblades, and roller skates.
We already had a pretty good understanding of budgeting and living within our means, but the idea of focusing on an emergency fund, the idea of really having a goal to get out of debt, even our home loan debt, well, I think it saved us around $15,000 to $20,000. You take our 30-year loan and put it down into a 10-year loan so that we can shave off a lot of interest.
Bigger and bigger and bigger.
Every month, I would say the average of savings is about $600. If we didn't have that, it would be really hard to maintain living within our budget on one income. So the amount that we're saving by going to Birch is so we can live within that budgeted amount on a one income family.
At times the resourcefulness piece has been huge of getting what we get and making use of what we have. And, you know, when I run out of certain things, we just wait.
It's encouraging to hear the kids get a concept of money at such a young age, to realize that you don't spend what you don't have. So it's great to have them participate in our end goal, and they get it. They get like, okay, we want to do an addition for the house. We want to be out of debt, and they don't mind contributing to that end goal.